This is the Satin Lounge, and that was, help me find some words, somebody. That was wonderful.
All I have to say is Amber must have had a very special punani.
That's right.
To have such a song written for her.
What you know about punani, Kelly?
Well, she's got one. Wouldn't you like to have a song written about your punani?
You know what? That would kind of be an honor. It's pretty, they need a few more adjectives.
I need to ask all the Venice fans to come up with their songs.
We should hold a contest.
About their own punani.
Wow.
What's special about your punani?
Only in the Satin.
I'm gonna say that word like 10 more times
It's
because
just a great word to say.
I've never heard it, and I'm going to keep saying it all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we celebrate punanis in the Satin Lounge with KiaRene for sure. Listen, let's talk about the Venice Virtual Cafe. What's going on with that? What is that?
Kelly, first of all, I came up with the wonderful idea of creating this label so that people could have access to this music.
Mm-hmm.
But she also came up with a brilliant idea of doing a virtual cafe with some of our Venice artists.
Okay.
And we had the idea early in the season, and now that the season's over, we're finally going to get to do the virtual cafe.
Okay, so what is the virtual cafe? You're going to...
Well, it's just think of yourself like you're going to go out for a night on the town, but you can do it in your own home. So you buy a backstage pass.
Okay.
You can sit there with your own cocktails, kick back, and have a private concert in the privacy of your home.
That's cool. Do you have any ideas of who will be?
We're working on the venue right now,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if we're going to do one in LA and one in Nashville, or we're going to try to combine the two. So we're hoping to have Jen Foster and Kat Parsons, Kyler England, Stuart Mathis, who I hope that we can get him away from Wallflowers for a minute, and just some wonderful, wonderful artists. Janelle Sadler, who won VH1's Fantasy Camp.
Wow.
She's on the soundtrack as well, and she lives here locally, so we're hoping to have her on as well.
It's a really cool idea. I mean, Venice just keeps expanding and changing and growing. It's just really cool. I like that idea. They'll be able to probably purchase that in the V shop or the souvenir shop or something like that. That's really cool. Well, is there going to be a season 4, Crystal?
There is. I'm writing it now. We'll probably shoot sometime in the fall.
Sweet.
Because I have 2 other shows that I'm doing prior to that. But because Venice is, I had to go away from it, and that's kind of what happens to me. I get once that last episode airs, I tend to collapse.
Right.
So plus I just need to step away from it in order to come back to it. And so it takes me a while to get back into the writing of it and make sure that I'm heading in the right direction. And I like to listen to people's feedback and let things settle, and then get people's reactions to it, and see where their ideas are. And so, I'm just now writing it, and I'm writing 12 episodes. They'll be the same, and it'll probably air sometime around Thanksgiving, which is what we did this past season.
Okay, so we have a season 4 coming somewhere in the fall of
2012.
2012.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I'm assuming if there's going to be a season 4, there's also going to be an opportunity for more music for the soundtrack. There's a lot of really talented people listening to us right now.
So if you'd like, I would love for people to submit.
Yeah.
So if they could send MP3s to openbookprmusic@gmail.com. It's openbookprmusic@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to listen. I know there's so many talented people out there just waiting for their music to be heard, and I would really appreciate that. I also wanted to say, too, that the team is such a great family as well, and I certainly couldn't do my job without the help of Lane Krause and Jay Bungay. They are amazing.
I love them both.
Yeah,
especially Jay. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. So, really, I mean, we're in the beginning, I just said, hey, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and you guys need to tell me what you want, and they did, and then we kept refining that, and finally, toward the end of the season, we had it down like a well-oiled machine.
Very well-oiled, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So LGBT independent artists, actually go over to TheSatinLounge.com right now. We have links for you to submit your work so that Kelly Moneymaker and can review it for season 4 Venice the series. That's incredible. 4 seasons of Venice the series. Now, since we have to wait until Thanksgiving and everything, Crystal, can you tell us what you're up to in the interim? Congratulations on your new gig at the Bold and Beautiful. Thank God. I love seeing you do that. We have to see more of you doing that. And I heard something about the Grove.
The Grove. We're going to shoot
with that.
It's a more southern, like Steel Magnolias type of soap opera. It revolves around these two families, these feuding families. I'm going back to like old school prime time.
You're going to have a southern accent?
No, it's more. It's just small town kind of feel to it, and in the pilot we're basically taking on Prop 8. So it's very much these two women got married. In that window that they could, and so the whole first episode revolves around a wedding, an actual wedding. So they got busy with their lives, and they actually want to have a ceremony in front of their families and friends, and renew their vows. So, and then the story goes on from there. They're trying to have a baby because they've been married for a while. And
what are you doing? Are you in my journal? What are you doing? I don't, this is not.
She has spies.
I do. But I'm very happy and excited about it. It's being written now, and we're going to shoot it. I think something I have to do the first couple of weeks of June. But when I come back,
it's exciting.
And then there's a sitcom that I'm shooting. August, September. We're in pre-production all the time.
Wow. You're going to be very busy, and we're going to be very busy supporting you and seeing. We really appreciate what you have contributed to the LGBT community. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Hedrick Martin Institute.
Yeah.
You are an ambassador, and I know that you have had to have some experiences or some moments that have changed your life working with those children.
I don't think you set out to be an ambassador. It really was one of those things that I had the opportunity, because of Venice, to go and tour the Harvey Milk High School in New York City. Hedrick Martin is separate. It houses the Harvey Milk High School. But Thomas Krevner, who runs the organization, one of the dearest guys around, gave us this tour, and you could see within this school all the kids that got bullied. And I'm going to cry.
Oh, no.
I am.
Oh, he is, really?
He stopped and made us look at a group of lockers and said, what do you see? And I said, well, the lockers. He went, this is probably the only place that they're familiar with, that's there for them. Mm-hmm. They're sleeping, they're going from couch to couch because they've been kicked out of their house. Mm-hmm. Now I look at lockers in a completely separate way, because for these kids, that's home.
Yeah.
But you see the joy of they're walking up and down the halls, and everything is there. It's I forget what the lights are called, but for those kids who are HIV positive, it helps keep the air clean. But the Hedrick Martin itself, you can get anything there. You can go and take a shower, you can get clothes, you can wash your clothes, you can get, it might be the only hot meal that they get all day long. Mm-hmm. You can get counseling, you can get testing. Mm-hmm. It just provides for these kids in that community. And I walked away from it and then immediately began tweeting, please send clothes, please send money, please send whatever. And then I was honored when he asked me to be an ambassador. So I'm very, very proud of the work that they do. Mayor Cory Booker just opened up a Hedrick Martin Institute in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
There's a lot of people working very, very hard to keep this organization going, and I'm, like I said, I'm very proud to be an ambassador for them.
We're proud of you. You have a voice, and not only do you use your voice for entertainment, but you use it for more valuable causes. I'm going to cry too.
Well, I would encourage this, because the wonderful, look up Hedrick Martin, learn a little more about it, but Thomas is like, if you're really, really interested in going and seeing and hearing about what they do, and these kids are inspiring.
Well, yes.
And they just remind you that you have to be yourself. You're unique. You can dress the way you want to. Because you treat people well, you love yourself.
That's right.
That's a life.
You are your best thing.
And he's delightful. He'll just entertain you for a couple of hours.
Very awesome.